Rob, for years, Wi-Fi in offices has relied on ceiling-mounted omni-antennas, but you've said we should maybe rethink that. Why?
Well, because Wi-Fi design has shifted from just coverage to capacity. We're packing more APs into the same spaces, and traditionally omnis spread their signal too wide. What we need is smaller, tighter cells. One of the key benefits of Wi-Fi 7 is that it delivers incredible speeds with 4K QAM, but only if the signal's strong enough. So instead of reducing power, we should control the signal with the directional antenna. And that's exactly why here at Juniper we developed the AP47D, right here in my hand. It is a variation of our flagship AP47 access point, and it has the integrated 60-degree directional antennas. The 47D gives you the benefit of this small cell capacity without the hassle of using external antennas.
So we set up a head-to-head comparison between the Juniper AP47 and the AP47D. First, we created a traditional capacity-based design using 3 omnidirectional AP47s. Then, without changing the AP locations, we swapped the AP47s for the AP47Ds and ran the exact same client performance tests again. So we've just installed the AP47s with the omni antennas. We're standing directly below one now. Both myself and Rob, we've got our laptops connected.
Yep.
I'm getting a nice high MCS rate.
So am I.
4K QAM.
I don't have quite 4K QAM. It's not Wi-Fi 7, but I am getting.
But you're getting
a nice MCS 11.
Yeah, we're both getting the highest MCS rate we can while stood underneath the AP. So we're going to have a walk down the office and we're just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm at MCS 12 now. I was at 13, so I've dropped a little bit, but I'm still at 4K QAM.
Okay.
Now I've dropped.
Ooh.
So I'm at minus 60 now, and I have dropped to MCS 11 now.
I'm still holding strong at MCS 7 with a really low MCS 7.
Oh, have you roamed?
I have not. Interesting.
Well, I've now roamed and I'm now back up to 4K QAM and we are just coming to underneath our second installed AP. So we've now walked the entire length of the building. You've not roamed once. But while that test was interesting, if we're going to get some meaningful data out of this comparison, I need a more scientific way to analyse how these two AP models behave. It became clear it was time for me to get my walking shoes on. Well, walking socks, and survey the office. Using the Hammer on-site with the Nomad was incredibly straightforward. The Nomad has 4 radios and scans all Wi-Fi channels, capturing AP information in real time as you walk. When we look at the resulting heat map, Wi-Fi coverage looks great, exactly what we would expect. We've got plenty of green, which represents areas where the primary signal strength is stronger than minus 65 dBm. At minus 65 dBm or better, clients can usually maintain a high data rate and deliver excellent performance. Here you can see that a single omnidirectional access point easily covers the entire space. You see, coverage is not an issue here, but this area can have up to 150 people during peak times. And we don't want them all attaching to a single AP just because they see a strong signal strength. So let's look at one of the other APs. Let's pick the one Rob and I first connected to. Here, the primary signal strength only reaches about halfway across the office. And once you're in the yellow area, the signal drops below the ideal. But here's the interesting part. When I hover my mouse over the far end of the office, we can see a signal of about minus 71 dBm. Now, many Apple devices won't roam until around minus 72 dBm. At the end of the day, Wi-Fi users don't care whether they roam or not. What they care about is performance, and client performance is tightly linked to the modulation and data rates the device can maintain. Final stage of our testing, we connected Wi-Fi 7 clients.
We have iPhone 16 Pro, 17 Pro, the new Air, and a Windows laptop.
Yeah, which has a BE200 chipset in. As you can see, the Dell performed reasonably well. It did drop to MCS 11, but by the time we reached measurement point 5, it had roamed to the left AP, and its MCS rate climbed back up to MCS 13. All the Apple clients didn't roam at all, and ended up dropping to a low MCS rate, which would definitely impact real-world performance. Overall, coverage once again looks nice and green, but the real difference appears when we isolate each individual AP. The middle AP no longer floods the entire space, and the first AP isn't providing strong coverage all the way to the far end. With the AP47Ds installed, the client performance story changes dramatically. Let's take a look at the results. The Dell laptop roamed cleanly to each AP and maintained 4K QAM, that's MCS 12 and 13, for most of the walk, only dipping briefly to MCS 11 at one point. The iPhone 17 Pro also roamed to every AP and held much higher data rates across the floor compared to the Omni setup. The iPhone Air showed the same pattern, roaming as expected and staying constantly at MCS 11 or 10 across all survey points. And finally, the iPhone 16 Pro, again proper roaming and sustained a high MCS value throughout the entire office. Across all devices, roaming behaviour improved, distribution improved, and MCS rates stayed significantly higher. So, is it time to stop using omnidirectional APs altogether? Well, as always, it depends on the requirements. In open office areas, especially where multiple APs are needed for capacity rather than just coverage, directional antennas like the AP47D can offer real measurable advantages. They create cleaner cell boundaries, encourage proper roaming, and help maintain higher MCS rates. But in other parts of a building, where you simply need consistent coverage and client counts are low, omni-antennas may still be the right choice. The key is knowing where directional antennas solve a problem and deploying them intentionally.